Welcome fellow KISS fans, welcome to It's All For You Demons, celebrating the fun of being a KISS fan tonight. Celebrating 5 KISS things that you cannot live without. Five things, albums, events, baby coneheads. Boom. Hi. Everybody wants to know how you're doing in your cone. Doing good. 5 albums, events, things, VHS tapes, Laserdisc, concerts, concert t-shirts, and it can't be anything you don't have. You can't say, oh, the pinball machine, when there is no pinball machine in your house. Has to be things you either own. Let's just leave it at that. Things you own. 5 KISS things that you cannot live without. And before we go into my top 5 list, the origin of this vlog, if you will, KISSWORLD. I think this is probably one of the greatest put together hits of the band. Double platinum, you can't deny. That's a wonderful greatest hits. But KISSWORLD, man, the track listing on that is perfect. You start off an album with Crazy Nights, you add Unholy, and then on side 4, you go from Love Gun to Shandy to I'm a Legend Tonight. Boom. You have my heart, and KISSWORLD has my heart. It's probably the greatest arranged greatest hits in the band's catalog, and that's kind of what spurred this tonight, because I thought if I had to keep one greatest hits, what would it be? Time
to watch this one.
Probably double platinum, but KISSWORLD would be up there. So then the brain said, so we have this list. My top 5 list coming in at number 5. The Tom Snyder interview from 1979. Still have the bootleg tape I bought in 1992. Unfortunately, Kissology has an edited version of this interview because the full interview is just classic. It is classic Kiss, those Dynasty costumes, classic Ace. And in 1992, my friends and I, now this is pre-internet, my friends and I sat with a VCR and a notebook and wrote out the entire script word for word on notebook. It was constant play, pause, write down a line, play, pause, write down a line. If that's not fandom, I don't know what is. And Tom Snyder is one interview I cannot do without. Number 4, Exposed on VHS. So many summer days spent watching Exposed. You know, I was young enough and naive enough when this came out to actually believe that was Paul Stanley's house and they all lived together. I bought into it, hook, line, and sinker. It made me want to be a rock star because, you know, Dan, Brett, they were my friends. I wanted to live in a mansion with gorgeous girls and those guys. Rocking and rolling all night, partying every day. A cellar of archives of our own bands, doings. You know, I bought into this hook, line, and sinker. I was young, naive, I was silly, but Exposed birthed rock and roll dreams, and it will always be a soft spot for me. This is 80s classic Kiss, and I love it.
Your Kiss collection isn't complete without smashes, thrashes, and hits. 13 rockers, remixed and remastered, plus 2 new tracks produced by Paul Stanley. Don't miss smashes, thrashes, and hits.
Coming in at number 3 on my list, and this is going to cause some heat. People aren't going to like this one. Smashes, thrashes, and hits. This album is me. This album is my origin. This album is my childhood. This album was my Cliff Notes into the band. I learned everything I know about this band, or I was learning about this band, from this record. Calling Dr. Love, I Was Made for Loving You, Rock and Roll All Night. They all came from this record for me, and that is just hugely important to me. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for playing this compact disc over and over and over again in my bedroom my freshman year of high school. And I apologize, I understand that someone's drinking of the water is multiplied audio-wise inside the cone.
Time to wash this one.
The inmates are running the asylum. Back to smashes, thrashes, and hits. Just, you know, it's my record. And sometimes you gotta say,
give no fucks.
Number 2 on my list, another one that is gonna cause some heat. This album gets so much hate. I just
give no fucks.
And that's what I say about the hate towards the Gene Simmons record. I love it. This album is everything to me. This album is my DNA of being a Kiss fan and being a dreamer. This album inspired me as a teenager to dream big, gigantic dreams. And, you know, in the grand scheme of life, you can go through life kind of just dreading every day and depressed, anxious, in doldrum states, or you can go through life hopeful and optimistic and looking forward to the future, because you don't know what it's going to bring, and it can bring all of your dreams to come true. And I got every single bit of that from this record, and I love this record with all my heart. My number 2, the fantastically wonderful 1978 Gene Simmons solo LP. And lastly, number 1, Phantom of the Park. Man, this is everything Kiss is. This is summertime, amusement parks, rock and roll, success, excess, sci-fi, comic book, Wonder Woman, Star Wars, Hanna-Barbera fun, and it is all right here for us. Phantom of the Park. How can you live without this film? And it is summertime, the perfect time to watch it. I always felt there was a reason when it was re-released on VHS, it was released on Good Times home video, because this is nothing but good times, and it is my number 1 of the 5 Kiss things I cannot live without. And before I forget, this is Dan's top 5. I don't think Dan really comprehended that I was saying like albums included. He included all like, you know, VHS type stuff. This is Dan's top 5. Don't forget to leave your comments below. Thank you for hanging with us tonight and waxing the 5 wonderful Kiss things we cannot live without. Honestly, above Kiss, I could not live without my puppies. So I will say, be good to your babies, spay, neuter, microchip. The next time we see this little girl, she probably will not be wearing the cone and those stitches will be gone. So be good to your babies. Spay, neuter, microchip. Take care. Be safe. We will talk to you soon. Coneless. Coneless is what we will be. My number 4, baby cone head, has to go outside.